What that was. Ladies and gents, howdy hi, welcome, and all that jazz in between. It's time for some Yu-Gi-Oh! Card games, and we're going to be going over the replays of the tournament. Hopefully I've got them all in order. If any do not seem to be in order, we will fix it. I might even get my tournament bracket up just so I can double check, because there are a few odd replays that don't seem to be right. But we'll sort it. We'll sort it. The good thing is we do have a decisive winner of the tournament, which is fantastic. The tournament was a bit bouncy, I would admit. There were problems, but hey ho. For the first time running a tourney, we did alright. We did alright. Was it perfect? Can we improve upon it? Sure. Absolutely. Perfection? No. But, like, you're never going to get perfect. You're just going to get as close to perfect as you possibly can. And at the end of the day, as long as it... Like, at least my logic is, as long as people have fun, and we play the game that we want to play, with the decks that we want to play, we just have a laugh, have some fun. And then, obviously, depending on the people playing, you can take it as seriously or as least seriously as you want. And stuff like that. I know in this stream also, I will be going over some drama that has occurred as well as a result of the tournament. Because I want to be open about it. I want to be open about how I'm planning to improve things moving forward. How I'm hoping to expand on things and just make things a lot better. And as always, I'm always up for criticism. Always up for advice as to good ways to take things forward and all that jazz. So, if anyone out there genuinely ever has any ideas that we wish to share, be it with me on stream, on Discord and all that jazz, just do it. Absolutely just do it. Now I'm just gonna post my regular Instagrammy picky. Lovely. Do a serious face one this time round. Should we filter it? Maybe. Juno looks good. And then we're just gonna go time for more streaming. Hashtag streaming this evening as we go over the matches of the first ever Gimmick Card Tournament. Come on down as we will also be revealing the theme for our next tournament. Starting in August. Awesome, and then link, bam, put a hashtag next to that. And then do hashtag card games, hashtag TCG, hashtag that one, hashtag Yu-Gi-Oh, lovely, and then just do the linkles to my bits, twitch.tv/me. There we go. Lovely. Fuck for jam, Kalo, good to see you buddies. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Definitely hope you're doing good. If you just bear with me, I'm just going to reset the stream on my end because it looks like I've just paused in mid-motion. It's just going at all times, which I don't like. Not liking the look of that. I mean, my laptop's been a wazzic recently. I think I need to do a disk cleanup and a defrag on it. In fairness, which I will do at some point. Should we save this directly to Twitter? No, let's not. I'll do Twitter manually. Because I found out if you do it through Twitter manually, it's a lot better than if you just slap it out there, because for some reason it don't like it. Wait, no, that was Insta. I've done that. We want to do my Facebook page, which I'm trying not to neglect. I really am. I'm trying, damn it! I'm giving it an honest try. Come on. Lovely. Next. Publish. Thank you. That's that one. Twitter. Got myself a Twitter and you should follow too. Twitter. Yeah, I got a Twitter and it's just for you. Twitter. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. No, nothing interesting on Twitter, but that's really it. To be honest. This is just initial banter sesh, by the way, before we get in. So by all means, join me in casual bants as I get this all sorted. Well. Don't know what that was. Really no idea what that was. Right, just for Discord links now. Obviously our Discord is all set, ready to go. It's just everywhere else. For tournament 1, get rid of that hashtag because I don't need it. Select all, copy that. Blammo! Lovely, that's that one. And one last Discord server to share this on. No, I think there are 2 actually that I want to share this on. This one, Bash and Bam. And the EDO Pro one, which I believe has a slot for it, which it does. Slam and Blammer Jam. Lovely. Right. We're all set, I think, I believe. I want to say. Aha. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, then I'm ready. Let's jump straight into it with a look at the first ever Gimmick Card Tournament, where there was no theme, and there was just some initial ban list rules. I'll actually go over those when we switch over, such that people who are watching this later but didn't even know about the tournament understand it. But let's jump to Yu-Gi-Oh! Screen. Oh yeah. So, what actually happened? Well, we had a tournament. It was fun. Or at least I hope people did have fun, because that was the main gist of it. And so, with the tournament, the rules were as follows. There was no theme for this tournament. We had a nice array of people. We had our own ban list, which mostly was from the 15th of June 2020 ban list, TCG side. No OCG cards or decks were legal in the tournament. I've also included banned cards and banned decks, specifically. So we had no Dinosaurs, no Salamangrates, no Sky Striker, no Adamantipator, and no Eldritch any form decks. We had banned Crystron Needle Fiber. I'm not saying his TCG name, it's stupid. Needle Fiber. We banned Needle Fiber and banned Block Dragon, and we limited Link Cross, which I don't think anyone actually ended up running, or if you did end up running it, I don't think anyone even summoned Link Cross anyway. Which, fair enough. It was a double elimination tournament, so if you got knocked out of the winners bracket, you went into what we ended up calling the Shadow Bracket, and then in the Shadow Bracket, you had a chance to fight your way up to then get into the grand finals against the winner of the winners bracket. Which happened. It was an emotional one, dramatic one, whatever you want to say about it. It was it. That's what it was. And we're going to go over the matches here today. Purple Bracelet. Yes, I guess. Purple Bracelet? What you talking? Anyway. So, I've had to set this up in a way where I've saved the replays in their appropriate rounds. And if they're not in their round folder, they're probably saved somewhere else and we'll sort that out, so it's fine. Purple bracket. Looking forward to seeing these. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. So without further ado, let's get a crack in. That's my deck. Not that one. So starting off with the only first round game we really had, because what happened in the first round of the winners bracket was we basically started too soon. So, oh gosh, my match where I get stomped, says Delir. Fuck's done. So, before we get started, it's good to know, round 1, there are some problems with this, because when we started the tournament, everyone was so eager to get into their matches straight away, that a lot of people were given warnings or disqualified because they weren't there during the set-off stream, which I know people knew, And this is the thing, although people knew when the stream was going to happen, it was still unfair on my part. So one thing that is going to be changing for next tournament is that I will reveal when the tournament will officially begin. There will be no stream to begin it, and then effectively the tournament will begin, matches will begin, and then we will stream after the tournament to go over the matches. We're better doing it that way, because if we do a stream where we kick off the tournament and then no one's available, then you've got people waiting for their first round matches wondering, where's my opponent, they're not here, please DQ, all that jazz. It's a bit awkward, so there we go. I hope we see no Amazoness deck. That deck sucks. Frog, come on. So I hope you guys understand that. That's one of the major changes going into the next one. But one of the first round matches we did get was between Saint and Foxboy. So let's kick off with that. Round 1. Fight. So we're looking at it from Fox's way of being. So, Saint starts off. Pot of Extravagance. Pot of Duality. Setting out Fossil Diner, setting the complete Denial back row as well as an odd pot of Desires to screw you over, and Mage Power in order to get the buff up. Then Foxboy on his end, Bricks, which is not very good. Second pot of Desires goes up, a lot more card draw, Fossil Diner in for 3200, and there is Barrier Statue of the Torrent, stopping anyone from being able to special summon any other monster apart from water monsters. Sadly, Foxboy's deck is all based around the Hungry Burger, which is dark type, so this really much screws him over, but let's see how he goes. Pre-preparation of Rites, more bricking, which is not very good. Another Pot of Extravagance to banish another 6, draw another 2, go in for another 3200. It's going to be over next turn unless Fox does anything special at all, which he can't. Sets a card face down. That specific card, if anyone's interested, was another hamburger recipe. You got all 3 hamburger recipes down the back, as well as Scrap Iron Signal, which is not going to do very much. And how's the match end? With another Pot of Extravagance. Another Pot of Duality, because you just got to be more extravagant than that. Armor Core triggers, gets out another Mage Power in order to boost him up. 6200 to the face, end of the game. Match 1 to Saint. Very easy, very simple round there. Next one was 7 turns long. We'll have a look and see how that one went. I got matched against it twice. I'm lucky I got knocked out before I could. Won the first game, lost the second. So I only had 1 game against Saint. Oh yeah, that is how it worked. So, that was round 1. Round 2, as you can imagine, there were only 2 rounds between Saint and Fox. Who won, I wonder? Well, let's have a look how it went. So, looking at the hands this time round, Moon Mirror Shield, Barrier Statue of Drought, starting off with Dimension Shifter, and also Torrent and Armory Call, versus Convocation, Hamburger, Cursed Bamboo Sword, and Golden Bamboo Sword. It's not looking great for Fox. It's looking like another brick session. There goes out the Moon Mirror Shield. Onto Torrent, stopping any special summons from occurring. Tefnuit comes out but cannot be special summoned anyway. But here comes Armageddon Soldier, Dimension Shifter, and Armory Call, all being chained on top as well. Bamboo Sword, Golden Sword, Celestial Observation, another Cursed Sword. Cursed Sword triggers the other Cursed Sword back into the hand. Armageddon is able to attack directly, so that's not too bad. Not too bad to get a little bit of damage up front. Now Mage Power triggers, that's going to be a lot. Taking out Armageddon Knight, now leaving Foxboy with no field to deal with. Notice how Fox has Sue in his hand, sadly cannot get out Sue via the special summon anyway, even though it is, well technically, it is special summon via tribute, so no, it will still count under both Torrent and Drought, so he still won't be able to do much. Extravagant trigger, draw 2, another Moon Mirror Shield and another Dimension Shifter in hand. Goes for the life points, 2900 left versus the 6600. Pulls into Solemn Judgment, does Saint, hit for 35. That was round 1. Saint moved forward, right there and then. Lovely. Good job there by Saint. Good games. Very solid. And that's the only one I really have of round 1, in all fairness. But no fun. Could have been worse. Flip Emptiness? My Time Lord's deck would have been fine against the stun. Birds! Lousy stinking birds! So, just to go over it. Saint went forward to round 2. As a result of disqualification, Ferret went forward to round 2. As a result of disqualification, Ligro went forward to round 2 versus Massive Hair. Ferret was versus exactly Grubs. And Brawler moved forward due to a DQ on Kenshin. Before we move forward, I think it's valuable to know this. Kenshin and Massive Hair, for everyone to know, and I'm calling them out because I find this very disrespectful. Kenshin and Massive Hair were the 2 people to first sign up to the tournament. Kenshin being second, Massive Hair being first. They had the most time to organise their decks, be in touch, get everything sorted out, and be there, ready for things to begin. Not just did Kenshin hand in his deck after the cutoff point, I have still yet to hear anything from Massive Hair, and the tournament has been and gone. And then Kenshin has not been in touch, barely, and when he has been in touch, he's tried his best, but he hasn't adhered to the rules whatsoever. He's tried to do matches after cut-off points and say, hey, it's official, I'm moving through, and I'm like, no, you didn't have your matches on time. I'm sorry, move along. So I'm sorry, Massive Hair and Kenshin got completely DQ'd from the tournament, just simply because it was terrible on their parts, and I mean that. Absolutely terrible. I was pissed off to no end. And I'm not going to deal with it. It's as simple as that. But, let's move on. Round 2 of the winner's bracket. We're going to go through winner's bracket first, then cover shadow bracket. We'll do it that way. So, the next 2 matches. Do I have Kale versus Ferret in my folder? I do indeed. Let's have a look at those ones. We have Kale versus Ferret. There's George just jumping onto the desk in the back as well. Hello, George. Secret cat friend joining out. So let's see how these go. It went up to 3 rounds. 11 turns, 9 turns, and 16 turns respective. Oh, Georgie! Georgie! Hey, hey, George, it's okay. Hey, George. Georgie. Hey, let me do that for you. Georgie. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like George was trying to get up to the filing cabinet. Got himself tangled up, and so I was just helping him, making sure everything was okay, but no, he didn't want it. I knocked him out, I think. I'm surprised Kumar didn't get further. Yeah, I'm surprised in that, actually. Very surprised. Right, so, Ferret versus Kale. First game of round 2. Let's see how this went. I don't think I've actually seen these yet. A lot of these I haven't seen yet, so we'll have a look and see how they go. Opening hand, as we start this off. We got Swap Frog. We got some frog action with some Gradles. This is on Ferret's side. And on Kale's side, starting off with Dimension Shifter, Spirit Beast Canahawk, which would be Steeds, which would be Stambus, and Spiritual Beast Rampingu. Let's see how we go. Swap Frog coming out, Dimension Shifter being at work there, Swap Frog coming back out, Gradle Eagle and Gradle Split coming out onto the field. Other end, Canahawk comes in, does his thing, gets rid of Eagle, which is banished instead of going to the graveyard, so his effect does not trigger. Supply Squad comes out, another Swap Frog. Goes into Ronin Toadin. Ronin Toadin comes out for Totally Awesome. Totally Awesome strikes out. 800 damage to the life points, 7,200 on the board. As we go into the Dolphin, or specifically Padelphin, targeting Totally Awesome. Totally Awesome triggers as well. Ritual Beast triggers also. Summoning out some more boys. The Dolphin gets denied, but it's not going to do a lot. But Totally Awesome does go back to the extra deck, which is totally awesome. Then bringing out Ulti Canahawk, trying to deny it through Joy's Spring. But it's already too late because Canahawk is off of the field. Going into Ulti Apelio. And here we go. Very interesting indeed to see how this is going to turn out. Normal's Cobra activates Split. Does some actions with the Toads in order to bring out Slime and Eagle. Supply Squad triggers all the triggers known to mankind. Gets out Canahawk and the rest as well in order to make sure that the effects are not going to go off. Fantastic use of Ritual Beast Steeds in order to get rid of the field. Also, Ulti Canahawk comes back out, returning himself back to the extra deck, summoning out 2 more dudes, bringing out Ulti Canahawk again, and activating Ulti Canahawk again in order to bring out different boys with different skills. No, nothing is banished now, apart from 1 item. Goes into Ulti, come on Falcus. Come on! Falcus, as I like to call it sometimes. Gets rid of a Toad, Supply Squad triggers in order for the draw. 23, down to 34 total. Brings out when, and when exactly is he going to win the duel? Well, it's going to be sometime sooner rather than later. Gradle Impact. Watch Cat coming out in order to save the day, and there's Gradle Slime Jr. Ritual Beast Steeds triggers, some more triggers as well in order to get out some other Ritual Beast Friendos, which is always great indeed. Wipes the field, gets Cobra and Alligator, Supply Squad triggers as well. Slime activating in Graveyard in order to come out, and also special summoning Eagle from the Graveyard. Brings out Gradle Dragon. Gradle Dragon being an absolute beast, targeting 2 of the Ritual Beasts we see out there, getting rid of them and clearing the board. Gradle Impact then triggers, drawing another card. But is this going to be a worthy turnaround play? Let's wait and see. Gradle Slime Jr. now bringing out the Cobra. Double Cobra, in fact, for another dragon. It's 3,000, followed by another 3,000. 6k in the field. And another Gradle Impact in order to bring out another Slime Jr. to hand. Is there anything that Kale can do? No, no, no. As that is 3,000 going into the face. A worthy comeback from Ferret in round 1. Very well done versus Kale there. That was crazy. When you do make it in my matches, there's 3 of them, all fairly short. I lost all 3 because I wanted to have the third for fun. Frogly amazing, my guy. He still hasn't summoned the best frog. Something Battletoads, Tunnel Joke, something, basically. I'm still salty about my loss to Subzam. Losing because I didn't make Dweller. It happens. It happens. It's always on tournament day, right? Every time on tournament day. Anyway, that was round 1. Ferret vs. KO round 2. Let's go. Starting hands this time round, we have Ferret going with Watch Cat, Cobra, Eagle, Ash Blossom, and Call by the Grave. Kale starting off with Dimensional Fissure, Foolish Burial, Spiritual Beast Tamer Winder, Dimension Shifter, and there can only be 1. Very interesting. D Fissure is going to screw this over, but let's see how it goes. Main phase 1. First turn Fissure into Winder. Turn over to Ferret. Watch Cat. Triggers for the special summon. Gets out Eagle. Watch Cat goes. Gets Gradle Impact set in the back. Battle phase triggers. Winder gets rid of Eagle. Eagle banished instead of going to Graveyard. Ouch, that hurts. There's Alligator. There's Impact onto Alligator. Hitting also D Fissure to get D Fissure out of the field. Winder has now been stolen as well. 1600 over to Kale instead. Very good game. But a second Winder comes out. They trade. Alligator's also gone. Half decent idea. Clearing the board. Cobra is there. There's Split. And then there can only be 1. I actually need to check the card of this because I don't think I've seen it before. Can you control 1 monster of each type? If the player controls 2 or more monsters of the same type, you must send some to the graveyard, so you only control 1 of each type. That's actually really cool. I like that. Ouch. From the end phase, Gradle Impact's going to trigger, and that's all he can do there. Ritual Beast return, gets out Winder. Winder striking for a simple 1600. Kale only just in the lead with a 100 life point lead. Gradle Impact hitting both of those cards there. Alligator then taking Winder yet again, but in a different way this time. Slime then coming out. Special summoning Eagle. Slime and Eagle going into Dragon. Another Gradle Impact out there. 3,000 to the face. This is already looking like a giganto threat. And Kale surrenders! Wait, what? Why did you guys have 3? Have these been titled wrong? These were titled wrong. Basically, that's round 3. Someone sent me these, or renamed these, and renamed them wrong. Who did it? It happened. Either way, let's look at what was round 2, anyway. just so we see the whole picture. So we know Ferret's run by this point. But let's see exactly what happened round 2 as to why Ferret did not make the comeback. Look at that strong hand. On that side, Ash Blossom denying the actions of that. But there's D-Fissure, there's Winder and Elder going in for some beastly attacks. And there is the Dolphin. Coming out with Supply Squad, setting 2, ending the game. Well, ending the turn, I should say. And then bringing out Winder and Elder again in order to go into Ultra Canahawk. Oh no, the Ronin Toadin denies, dealing some damage back over to Kale. Ultra Canahawk's going to go away, bringing back Winder and Elder. Split onto Ronin Toadin, getting rid of Ronin Toadin for Cobra and Alligator. But here come the triggers. Steeds gets rid of a front row. Supply Squad denied by the Ash Blossom, just having to set down Gradle Slime Jr. As the strikes come in, but oh no, they're not big enough. But there's the Dolphin again. Happy times. End Phazu, nothing really goes down on Ferret's end, which is a big upset. Yeah, again, nothing on Kale's end either. And nothing on Fail's end again. How about Kale? Fails? I mean Ferret's. It's one of those. Foolish Burial denied by Ash Blossom. But again, this is the stalemate of the game until someone has a play. Here comes the Dolphin plays, as we see Winder and Elder coming back once more. The Dolphin triggering, getting rid of Slime, bouncing it back over to hand. We have a PDO down on the field. Is this going to be it? It might just be, as we see a major set being done. Moving into attack position, there's the split. Being triggered, Supply Squad getting into the double summon. No, not the best when you can't really summon a lot. But there's Gradle Impact, setting the Ash Blossom. That's when you know you're desperate. And is this going to be game over? There is Steeds, there's Supply Squad going into another double summon, and that is it. Kale wins round 2. Awesome match regardless. Awesome match regardless. Very good, very good. So with that logic, Ferret ended up moving forward into round 3. Very well done for Ferret. Let's see what match we had next in round 2. Next we had Yuki versus Noobs. Yuki versus Noobs. Yeah. Let's have a look. This was a 2-round fight.
Yeah, okay.
Now let's see how this one went, shall we? Starting off with round 1. 4 turns long. This is a short and sweet one. Let's go. Looking at their opening hands, we can see what they are running. Noobs going with Junk for days, and a bunch of Synchro plays as well. Junk Synchron, Fleur Synchron, and Effect Veiler with Monster Reborn and Reinforcement of the Army. Whilst Yuki on his end, 60 cards in his deck, but is he going to be able to get through them all, as we have Hero Mask, Rottweiler, H-Heated Heart, Hero Blast, and Mask Change. Let's have a play and see what goes on. Turn 1, Reinforcements. Great play over there. Goes into the Junk Synchron, which brings back the Junk Converter straight into Junk Speeder. Gets out just a few more Synchrons. Charge Warrior then comes out, activating Junk Engine there again. More cards being played about there. Straight into the Crystal Wing, which would deny anything on the next turn. TG the Hyper Librarian coming out also, helping him go into the Stardust Dragon for more denial. And then an FA Dawn Dragster just because he likes you. A 3-card set on Yuki's end, and that will basically dub it unless Compulsory Evacuation Device gets denied by the FA Dragster. Rottweiler's now gone. 25, 3,022 life points left on the field for Yuki. Does he have enough? No. And that is the end of that one. Beat down by Noobs. I think we can call that one. Jaden getting the crap beaten out of him by Yusei. Goes to show how far Yu-Gi-Oh's come, hasn't it? Let's have a look at the next one. See if it's any better. Is Yuki's hand any better? We have Ocean, we have Voltic, we have Form Change, we have Hero Flash, and we have Lady Heart. Not looking too great. As we have over there, Corp of the Grave, Jet Synchron, Effect Veiler, Foolish Burial, and Boost Warrior. I think we know who's going to win right off the bat. Ocean and set for the first turn on Yuki's end, while Noobs activates for tuning, gets Junk Synchron, and everything is game from here. Junk Connector coming out for the Link Summon, Foolish Burial in order to get another valuable card into that graveyard. Well, Yuki bringing out Heat Lady, dealing 200 damage because Heat Lady Heat can. But now it is way too late as Junk Synchron brings out the game. Junk Speedster coming out, but here come the Doppel tokens from Doppelganger and the Synchrons as well. More Synchro plays being available as we see Hell of the Arclight and Axel Synchron. But we get some more Duple tokens, and as we do, Satellite Warrior comes out, blasts the back row, 4,500 attack points, and look at those life points fall as we see that go all the way down to 1,500. Is this a surrender in turn 5? No, there's the Voltic. He's taken it like a champ. But this is over in one foul swoop. As we now see the Metal Marcher, we see the Mask change, we see the Herald, denying the Mask change, there is no change here. And Bish Bash Bosh, real good nosh. Noobs move on to round 3. Simples, that one, very simples. Who is Rogue while Synchron's brick like hell? Interesting that. Well, that's the thing though. Heroes do very well, and I know they do really well. I think the problem with Yuki's hero deck, he was running it with 60 cards, and if you're running the 60 card variant without the up-to-date hero support and the hero cards, which are amazing by the way, it's not going to do that well. And I think Yuki was trying to stick the sheep apparently. Thank you for following Gizmo. Welcome to the Explosive Armada, my dude. Thank you very much. And you activated the sheep, which is always fun. So that was that round. Noobs moves forward and will face Ferret in round 3. Gizmo the host as well. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we move on to the next round of round 2, it is Frog the Jam versus Saint. Ooh. I have those matches, I believe. Yes, Saint versus Frog the Jam. Let me just get these. Lovely. Got those all set. Ready? Let's go to the replays here. Oh god, this was a bad game. Let's have a look for us. Round 1, 8 turns. Round 2, 7 turns. We will soon see how this goes. Round 1, let's go. For the opening hands, by now we know what Saint's running. It's the barrier statues, and Torrent is out of the field, ready to rock and kick some butt. Gizmo, that's a lot of crap you've just posted, and if you're a bot, I swear to God I'm gonna kick you. Just saying. That is really bad. Silent Warriors just use his access code. Basically, yeah. Yeah, we got a very good hand here. Torrent, Armory Call, Mage Power, Dark Bribe, Pot of Desires, simple stuff. Lost on Saint's side, double Ash Blossom, triple Ash Blossom, I'm sorry, Silent Swordsman and Amazon's Princess. Let's have a play and see which way this goes. Pot of Desires, Banish 10, Draw 2, Torrent, Mage Power, and setting on the back row we have Armory Call, Dark Bribe and Solemn. It's already a punishment from here, boys and girls. Princess gets denied, instantly jumping back the turn. Armory Call then gets triggered but denied by Ash Blossom. But a second Pot of Desires fixes that. As we go into Necro Valley, 3,000 straight to the face of Frog the Jam, who is now desperate for some action. 3 Silent Swordsman now being in his hand, and ouch! I can just feel the emotion on that side of things. It's going to be pretty bad. Armory Call triggers, drawing into Dimension Shifter, Mage Power, getting that Drought. Coming out 2 3,500 beaters as the 3,500 smashes into Frog the Jam. Frog then goes into Amazon's Call, calls out to add a card to hand, but it is too late, and the game is over. Ouch, to say the least. Ouch. I'm not a damn bot, then I apologize for that, but why the heck would you just post what you posted, Gizmo? That's my question. Thank you regardless, but I'm just curious. Because if you're just emoji spamming, then alright, I'm okay with that. That's fine. To an extent. Yeah, exactly. If you're not, but yeah, Gizmo, if you keep that up, I'm gonna have to kick you. Just so you've been warned, and this is your warning. Okay. As we go into round 2, Saint versus Frog for Jam. Let's have a look. So we got Frog for Jam. Looking a little bit better. Could be much better than this, but yeah, we'll see. 1 Ash Blossom, Sun Sword Slash, 2 Baby Tigers, and a Spy versus, oh no, Impermanence. It's over already. With Paleozoic. How are you even pronouncing that? Dynamicious? Oh, there you go. I just pronounced it right there. Card Demise, Moon Mirror Shield, and a Dark Bribe. Let's go. Full back row to go. As we start off with Spy, going into Tiger, going into IP Masquerena, and a Baby Tiger at that. Impermanence triggering, so IP cannot do the thing. Card Demise comes out, but is denied by Ash Blossom, leaving the way for Pot of Duality to come on out and draw into the Torrent, which gets summoned straight out, smacks the if down. Sad times. And has now been attached by Moon Mirror Shield, so that thing's not going down anytime soon. But we do see a Twin Twister from Frog. That could be the saving grace. Maybe. Maybe not. As we see the Pot of Duality, the Pot of Desire is coming out as well. Dimensional Fissure coming out also, as Tiger's sadly gone rid of by Torrent. But here comes the Twin Twister, but Dark Bribe will deny it, allowing for a Foolish Burial of Goods. And a couple of card draws to be made. There's Gamma Seal, but is Gamma Seal going to get any play? We're going to have to wait and find out. Banishing 6, drawing the cards, getting out Fossil Diner, and a couple more slaps with 1,000 attack out on the field. Well, 1,200 if you're Fossil Diner, I guess. Another triggering of Metal Fusion, but it's just not good enough for that top deck pull of Amazonis Queen. Sad times for Frog for Jam. Saint moves forward to round 3. Ouch. Okay, Gizmo, you've been warned. And I'm afraid, my friend, your time has been dealt. Bear with me, guys, while I just get this sorted. Okay. Gizmo was warned. Gizmo was warned. It's a timeout first. I always say this. It's a timeout in the first instance. But if they do it again, they're gone. For good. Don't even care. Do not even care. But well done. Saint versus Frog for Jam. Saint moves forward. Frog moves down to the shadow bracket. What match do we have next? We have Rosa versus Hand Trap. Ooh, this should be a good one. This should be an interesting one to watch. Hand Trap versus Rosa. Here they are. Lovely. Let's get these matches underway. Just 2 matches again. 5 rounds and 5 turns and 2 turns. Oh boy. Here comes Banana Slammer. Ooh, wah! Wow. So, let's have a look and see what happens here with Hand Trap and Rosa. Starting cards, let's pause it for 1 second. Dodo draw with Utopic Onomatopoeia, Gaga Revenge, Double or Nothing, and Monster Reborn. Versus Duelist Alliance, Performer Power Fire Muffalon, Terraforming, Part Naga, and Celestial Magician. Let's have a butchers. Onomatopoeia goes. Foolish Burial sends one over there as well. Gaga Revenge comes out. Onomatopoeia and all that jazz into Exciton Knight. Exciton Knight backed up by Cord of the Grave. This is going to be an interesting start. Duelist Alliance comes out in order to get the card draw. Terraforming into Sky Iris. And there is Celestial Magician. Sky Iris onto Naga in order to get out Sorcerer. Sorcerer and Celestial in order to special summon out all the boys. Getting a buff from Performer Power Pendulum Sorcerer. Going into Underclock Taker. Underclock Taker driving Exciton down to nothing. But then the board wipe. If you're gonna do that to Exciton, make sure it blocks his effect. Or else this is gonna happen. 2200. Utopia blocking the attack, then going double or nothing. into the big one for 5,000 attack on a Utopia. Drawing headfirst into Phantom Knight's rank up magic. It is all over from here. Going into Utopia for lightning for kicks and fun. Hand trap winning round 1. Very nice. It was one I overslept. Game 3 was just me bullying Israel. Oh no. So here we go. Hand trap versus Rosa round 2. Let's see how this goes. I think we already know, but we shall soon find out. Going into Witch, bringing out Glove. Foolish Burial to Magician, bringing out Exciton Knight yet again. What can Rosa do to deny this time? Has permanence, or impermanence I should say, and which should hopefully help us out. No more activating that effect now, as long as he can get big enough to make the game happen. Bringing out Black Fang, special summoning the boys. All the effects triggering, bringing out all the people that you could possibly want. Swordfish, wow, Swordfish getting all the triggers today by the looks of things. 2,500 attack on the board right there. 27, 18, 16. Whoa. What a turnabout. It's fair play, I guess. Wow. But why have I only got 2 rounds of you guys? Ah, there it is. It was titled differently for some reason. Will it show up if I do that? Okay, let me just reset this. No, that's my dex. There it is. Lovely. So here we go. The final battle with Hand Trap versus Rosa. Rosa taking Trap into round 3. Kickstarting things off with Smile Sorcerer in the back. And then Onomatopoeia coming out. Upstart Goblin also coming out as well. And then the Utopic Onomatopoeia is going to keep my repetition of names going, including Dodo Dwarf Go Glove. And I'm not going to say that all the time, because oh my god, my voice is going to hurt me. Utopia Double, straight into Utopia Kaiser, into regular Utopia. And guess what? There's more where that came from. As we see the lightning, we see the King of all calamities, we see Titanic, we see Beyond, and this is the end in one foul, well, almost one foul swoop. But the King of all calamities are going to deny lights. Luckily for us, Black Fang Magician is dark, but it's already too little too late, as in the battle phase, lightning will strike and the game will be over. Great game in general. Rosa goes down to Shadow Bracket. Hand Trap moves forward. Very nicely done. Let's see what people were saying. Good turn much? I know, right? And I remember this one on the stream. Yeah, this was actually quite interesting to see live on stream when we did the beginning of it all. Right, so the next match we have was Crystal Wing versus Ligro. Oh. Here we go. Crystal Wing and Ligro's matches, bumping those in. Right, so starting us all off, we have this one. Actually, I want to make sure it is the right one. Yep, that one. It is this one. Ligro versus Kumar, aka Crystal Wing. A 2-turn win. Let's have a look. This is going to be mad. Could have made Zexo instead of using Kaiser. You could have done, actually. You really could have done. Pot of Demise into Lumina Twitesoul Shaman as we see the Light Swans being taken, but the Lurlusks are coming out to play as well. The cute girls that I just love so much. It's bringing out all the birds, bringing out Assembled Nightingale along with Psychic Blade. There's the power of the Guardians, and this is about to power through. 3,300 on the first. 3,800 on the second, and that is an FTK with Lurlusks. Beautiful. First turn, first round, first game to Crystal Wing. Then we go to the second round. 5 turns, but it seems to go the other way. Let's have a look and see how that turns out. Starting off with Soul Absorption, there's Raiden. And there is Eater of Millions as well, bumping up to 600, but the Banishment is going to get Ligro's life points up high. As of right now, we've got 2 set back row, Cosmic Cyclone evenly matched, going into Minerva. Minerva getting out some more boys, getting out Wolf! striking in for all of that damage, but Cosmic Cyclone is going to say no to the absorption. Still taking for 600, but evenly matched is going to get rid of those cards until they are evenly matched, or as evenly matched as they can be. Saying the Witch and the two Called by the Graves in the back as Watchcat comes out. There is Blackluster Soldier. More banishment being dealt. Ralph coming in for that, and Blackluster Soldier striking for game 1-1. Very good. OTK, yeah, that's what I mean. I thought I said OTK. If I didn't say OTK, I meant it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to put the light on. There we go, that's better. So that's that one. Legal vs Crystal, round 2. Also say final round. Fight! Astral Crystal goes first as a Metaphys, banishing out Tyrant Dragon, getting out Jane. And here we go with Pot of Desires. Macro Cosmos coming out also, so everything is going to be banished. Evenly matched coming out as well in order to get rid of more background playthings. And now we have Extravagance? Yeah, sure, why not? Extravagance into the 10. There's Necroface, get those cards all the way back. Necroface turns into a 2800 beat stick. Smacking down, but there's another evenly matched. Oh no! It's just not working out that well. And here comes a play with just a Confit and Evil Fawn. 2 more Evil Forms coming out in order to form the Nightingale. Nightingale being buffed by 2 Power of the Guardians. The first strike triggers and it's not 600. Oh no, it's 16. And then the second strike comes in, that's not 1600. It's 26. The third one coming in, and this is game just like the last. 36, 3 hits, 3 games. And the winner is Crystal Wing, moving forward. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff indeed. Very entertaining. Very good to see Little Lusk actually being used. I'm a big fan. Okay, so the next match was... Yeah, no way. Damn! Ven Neos. we were waiting. We were waiting. Why does it need to give the op health? That's a point. That is a point. Either way, the next match would have been Subzan versus Adam, but there was a mistake there. Adam was not supposed to be signed up to the tournament. So, Subzan, well done. You're going straight against Crystal Wing in round 3. Then we had the second portion of drama involving a certain person known as Norrigan. So, Norrigan got pissed off that his matches did not go forward because he was not there on time during the stream. As a result of that, we had to go back and replay a bunch of matches. What I said to Norrigan was specifically, if Brawler, his opponent, was happy to redo the matches, then we would go forward as if Norrigan was winning, and it's as simple as that. We did that, Norrigan did beat Brawler, and moved forward. And as a result of that, Norrigan got a little bit up his own butt. I'm going to be honest with that. I probably shouldn't have let that happen in the first place, which I'm going to be more adamant about in the next tournament, do not get me wrong. But either way, we do have those matches. So let's have a look and see exactly how this went. Let's have a look. Norrigan playing with the Cyber Dragons, while Brawler coming at us with one of my favourite decks of all time. Which of course, being Skull Servants. DD Crow coming out as well. There is Former Power Popper up at the same time as that. Getting that sneak attack in with Jack O'Bolan. To start things off, Cyber Dragon Core into Cyber Emergency. Look at all those triggers popping off. As we now see the special summon of Naxter going into Sega, going into the Rampage Dragon. Core activating, getting out regular Cyber Dragon. Sega boosting him up, but look at that. Oh, it's just not enough, as that is game 1. Holy damn. Remember kids, don't be a Norrigan. Basically, like, in the end of the day, if you're told you're in the shadow bracket, just deal with it and just move forward. If you're in the shadow bracket, it doesn't mean you're out for good. It means you have a chance. And if you're that adamant that you want to be playing your matches, you just win. Go in there with the right mindset, do your best, and if you win it, fair play. You prove everyone wrong, you shut everyone up, and you end up winning the whole thing. You reset the bracket, job done. Just don't be like what happened with Norrigan, but we'll find out what happened with that as the story develops. Round 2 of this game, as we see Norrigan kicking things off, bringing out Naxter, core triggering, going straight into Linkuriboh to start us off. Skull Servants, pop-her-up triggers in order to get some more cards out. Jackadolan, then coming out in defense positions as well. Skull Servant at 4,000, but just not big enough as Vampire Sucker comes out in order to get out the Naxter. And swings into Naxter, but Kuriboh says no! Oof. Incoming core. Core draws cards. Into the Salamangreat, into Magfleet Dragon. 600 attack only being dealt though, which is very, very handy. But is this the end of Skull Servants? There's Cybernetic Overflow, and this is looking like game. Norrigan carries on. Wow. Good games regardless. It's too bad Norrigan was just a bit of a dick, in honesty. It's just, yeah, pop-up work. Yeah, the fact that pop-up works right there is brilliant. Well done to pop-up, I say. I think that's fantastic. And then we have Cowley versus Delia. I believe this is these matches that I have left in the folder. So let's move those over. And whilst I move those over, I'll get my round 3 folder up, ready to go. Right. Let's have a look at these then, shall we? We have Ona versus Ligro. Oh, these are copies. These are copies. Never mind. You did not see that, folks. Okay, so I don't seem to have Cowley versus Delia. Bear with me. I'm just going to double check. See if they're outside of the folder. Oh no, we do. We do. Cowley versus... No, we don't. No. No, I never got Cowley versus Delia. Oh yeah, of course. Delia, you overstepped your first one. That's it. So Delia got DQ'd, Cowley went forward. Now I remember. Right, with that in mind, now we move on to round 3. Ferretception versus Noobs. And if I remember correctly, these games were quite intense. So let's have a look at these ones. I could be remembering these wrong, but we will soon find out. Fer versus Noobs, round 1, 4 turns. But who did it? Well, we pretty much know who did it because the bracket's been done. And you can actually see the bracket still on the Discord server. It's still there, and you can check out the winners and losers and everyone in between. Carrier coming out, bringing out all the Synchron fun times, but Junk Speeder gets denied by Ash Blossom. The split comes out for Slime Jr. as Slime Jr. just thick enough to not be killed by Junk Speeder. Splitter comes out, there comes Slime and Alligator, Supply Squad to draw into Gradle Dragon. But look at that denial, and that denial, and that denial! Stacking all the denial. You get denied, you get denied, you get denied. Literally, that's what happened that turn. Then into another Junk Carrier, into another Junk Synchron, bringing back over the Junk Converter, TG Librarian, effective Junk Converter in Graveyard, bringing out yet another Junk Speeder, more effects being triggered, more cards be drawing by TG Hyper Librarian. And the fun does not stop there, as you see the hand building up even higher, Crystal Wing coming out onto the field, ready to go. There's Axel Synchron, Allure of Darkness, there's Satellite Warrior, getting rid of cards out there. Gradle Dragon triggers, but guess what? Crystal Wing says no, 1 for 1, bringing back our Boost Warrior, and there we have it. Wow. What a turn. What a turn. Everyone gets denied. You get denied. And you... Nearly everyone got a deny. It's crazy. How about game 2? 4 turns. Let's see how that went. Ferret kicking things off with Supply Squad, setting 2. One of those sets being Gradle Slime Jr. as tuning comes out. Into Synchron Carrier and Junk Synchron, Junk Speedster, Ash Blossom denies. Speedster going in for the strike again. It's a copy of last time, isn't it? Exact replay. I hope I've actually selected the right replay and this isn't just an exact copy of last time. If this is the same match as last time and I've accidentally played the same one again, this is going to be hilarious. No, I think this is exactly the same one as last time. Exit that for 1 second. Is it? No, that says game 2. What? It went exactly the same way? What? It went exactly the same way. Let's go from turn 3. Let's go from this again. Let's see the denial. Same clip, timestamp, yep. Well, turns out I've only got 1 round of this match then. Someone didn't send me round 2. I don't know whose responsibility that was. But that's a bit disappointing, lads, now isn't it? Just a little bit. I was told that was that one, but it weren't. What's happening with it? Don't know why I'm speaking like that either. Well, that was that one. Sad time with that one. We've only got 1 match, but effectively, Noobs moves forward to round 4. But who would his opponent be against Saint and Handtrap? Let's find out. I should have those replays. Yes, we do. It's a 3-rounder. So this one's going to be interesting. Let me just park these over. Get rid of those. That's a shame. That is a shame. No, that's deck. Stop it. Okay, well, that's very easily put out. Saint vs Handtrap round 1. Fight. Kicking us off with Saint, Pot of Extravagance. Kicking it all off with a draw 2 into Fossil Diner and Moon Mirror Shield, the classic beginning with Macro Cosmos. Cosmos coming up, is that going to screw over Handtrap? Maybe not, because there's Impermanence. On a matter pickup, coming out as well. Gargaga Coat out on the field also. But Moon Mirror Shield proving to be a little bit of a dick. More Pot of Desires, more card draw, more Drought, more Mirror Shield, more beating. Huzzah. Just more. And insta-win by Saint on Handtrap. Wow. That's a first round. There's a first round and a half. How exciting. I know, right? Let's go round 2, see if this changes anything. Handtrap going for Impermanence as we see the Pot of Extravagance. Ash Blossom denying, however. But there's the Pot of Desires instead. Drawing extra 2. Pot of Duality. Checking those top 3s. Getting Impermanence. Getting Torrent. Torrent for 1k. That's absolutely fantastic. Necro Valley set for it's all game from here. As we see Gargaga Magician, another set. Gargaga coming in. There's Impermanence in order to stop the Gargaga. And there's Armor Core in order to get out the Mage Power. But it's just not enough. Extravagance triggers again, banish those top 6, drawing 2, Pot of Duality in order to check those 3, adding to hand the Card of Demise. As we see on this end, there's Onomatopoeia in order to get out Gargaga's sister. Coat then triggers in order for the special summon to occur. Swing, and bada bing. Great damage down to 4,000 life points. Raising those levels up in order to go into Utopia. And then there's Drought, Card of Demise and Impermanence and the Dark Bribe all back to back with one another. Look at all those chains. And the surrender from Saint. Youch. Back to back surrenders. 12 turns. Let's check it out. This is going to be an interesting one. Pot of Duality. Checking the top 3. Is it going for Defizz? No. No, he is not. There's Mage Power. Setting the 3,000 Torrent out on the field. Ready to rock. Lightning Storm, however, destroys all the back row. Foolish Burial. I was about to call it Fossil Burial. But I guess that's not too far off. Into Coat. Coat then brings out Glove. Glove then brings out Sister. There is Tornado Dragon. Raising their levels up to level 6 in order to go for Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy, I should say. Dark Bribe is the top card there by Saint, as there is 1 hit, 2 hit, down to 2400 life points. Is this going to be it for Saint? As we see Fossil Diner get set. But look, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. Oh no! Talk about the upset. But main phase 2 brings out Utopia, brings out Zexal in defense position as Zexal removes 1. And then Taunt comes out to play. Let's go into that battle phase. 1000 damage. Main phase 2, Dark Bribe on the back row as Zexal triggers yet again, going down to 1000 attack points. Is this going to be enough in order to finish this game as we see Onomatopoeia countered by Dark Bribe? Youch for 1000, 400 left. Does Saint draw into anything good? Macrocosmos. But now Hand Trap needs something out. Is this going to be it? Dodo Witch brings out Glove. That is over. Saint down by Hand Trap. Beautiful work. Beautiful work there by Hand Trap countering that match. Very good. Very, very good, some may say. Then wins in a rematch in the semis. I know, right? Strange how that works, though. Strange how that works. And then we have Crystal Wing versus Subzan in the next one. This will be fun. Not on to Shadow Bracket yet. We're still going in the main bracket. As I said, we're going to go all the way up the main bracket. And then we're going to start in Shadow Bracket and work all the way up from there. So, the next matches we have, as I rotate this into my round 4 folder. Lovely. I've only really got that in round 4, but I'll check that later. So, next replays, we have Subzan versus Crystal Wing. Ooh, this will be interesting. The round 1 game, let's go. Subzan now playing with his Gokis, and this is where the game kicks off. Obviously the Goki engine, very formidable, very consistent, very nice, and I wish that twice. Why do I say that? Because I just wanted to rhyme it and be on time with it, so there you go. Look at all the activations here, the denials, the DD Crows going out there, the Scorpios going out there, Goki Power Load Ogre ready to go. As Turquoise Wobbler goes down to Sapphire, goes into Wind Witch, goes into the top 3, there's Psychic Blade, there's Effect Veiler denying the Lurlusk. Yo! But at least Power of the Guardians is going to buff it up once, but Scorpio does allow Super X back to hand. Oof! Super X, then coming out, Lurlusk activating. Going in to do some bits here, Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, then coming out in order to get 0 Day. Going into Virus Berserker, back into 0 Day and Virus Swordsman. Denying bits in the back as we see double Power Load Ogre. But the effect triggered, meaning Assembled Nightingale does not get destroyed by battle this turn and no battle damage is dealt. There's 400, there's 800, a little bit of tickle damage does go a long way if you're lucky. But here we go, another denial. That Lurlusk is going to stay there for at least 1 more turn. Or dare I say 2 more turns, but here comes the Evil Fawn. But then, called by the Grave on Evil Fawn to deny it. Youch. Youchies. Yeah, today you only had 1 match, I remember that. I knew every opponent I had in the tournament before it started. I knew none. This is the fun part. You meet new people, you meet old people. It's all good. So that was round 1. Let's see how this round goes. It's only a 2-turn round. So an OTK on the horizon as we see double summon going in to the Guts and the Headbat. Bringing out Goki Heal Ogre. Drawing the cards as we see Headbat triggering in order to get that special summon. Out into the Thunder Ogre. The 2 back rows. Lost Wind. Called by the Grave. Here come the Lurlusk. Where Arf thou? I'll tell you where Arf is. Arf is bringing out the Lurlusks. But here comes Lost Wind saying no to Cobalt Sparrow. There's Snowbell. There's everything else happening as well. Great Fly coming out. It coming out also. Appaloosa. But oh no. It didn't work out. Oh no. It just didn't work out. Subzan won and moved forward in the tournament. Congratulations. And that was effectively all the replays I have there. Cowley versus Delia, that did not go through, sadly. Sorry. Well, Norgan versus Cowley I don't have a replay for, sadly. But then we move on to round 4. Round 4 involving Noobs versus Hand Trap. So let's have a look at this. Noobs versus Hand Trap. To start things off. First round, let's rock. Allure of Darkness comes out, draws 2, gets rid of Doppelganger, comes back out and does the junk synchro plays into Herald of the Arclight. As Hand Trap on his end, automatically getting denied by the Twin Twisters as Onomata Pickup does not pick up anything at all. Herald then allows him to draw into Soravus as the Ash Blossom does deny the Onomatopoeia. But then we have Exciton Knight in defense position ready to activate that card in case anything's going to happen, but nothing does. As Hand Trap gets into another Onomata Pickup, into another Para. There is the sister, drawing into Revenge. Revenge brings out Magician. Magician goes up to level 7. Sister matches him, goes into King of All Calamities. True King! Activates it, denies Light, but as we can see, there's not a lot of cards going on over there. As we see Onomatopoeia, Monster Reborn trying to get the Herald. Hits Coat, but it's just not going to do it. As we see that damage pouring out down to 1,000 does Noobs. As Hand Trap kicking some butt. True King also denying the Light Summons yet again, leaving us with a Junk Synchron and nowhere else to go. Upstart Goblin not even coming out for that cheeky 1,000 life point gain as Hand Trap defeats Noob in round 1. Very good. Very, very good. I don't think we ever got Yusei versus Yuya. Yusei versus Yuma. Pretty sure you're knocked out, Israel. I'm pretty sure. We'll soon find out. Hand Trap versus Noobs from round 2 as we have Onomatopoeia getting rid of gloves in order to get out the sister. The sister brings then the bigger brother into hand as Coat then comes out onto the field and brings back the glove. Glove then triggers, bringing out the Para. Abyss Dweller coming out. Some more cards being played here. Magician going up to 7, Glove coming back up, Sister matching the big brother, but there is Evil Swarm Ouroboros, that is 2 King of All Calamities, that is a field and a half you do not want to be on the evil side of. Lightning Storm then triggers. Have a Gamma Seal, have a bit of this and that. Even Doppelganger gets some play. As now we have a Gamma Seal out on the field, Gargaga Revenge bringing back out the Coat. The Coat then grabs the Para. The Para brings out the Glove. It's a pair of gloves! I get it finally. Fantastic. As we go into Utopia, Utopia going in for the hit, denying it, only causing double or nothing, which does a huge 8,900 per game. Ouch. Wowzer. And that was a match and a half. Noobs. Well, what actually happened on that one? I need to remind me. Hand Trap moves forward. Noobs went into losers bracket. Sorry, shadow bracket. Then we had Subzan versus Norrigan. And I'm going to double check that I have the replay of this one because I swear I did. Here we go. We got Saint versus Norrigan. Subzan versus Saint. No! I never got Subzan versus Norrigan. That's a shame. That's an absolute shame. I never got... Really? I never got Subzan versus Norrigan. That's a huge shame. Hulkifex is banned? Yeah, that's the thing. Hulkifex was banned. So with that being done, basic gist was Norrigan got his ass whipped, went down to the shadow bracket and ended up dropping out of the tournament entirely because I guess it was butthurt. So Subzan moves forward and Subzan would then face Hand Trap in the semi-finals. Let's get the replay of that because I swear I have it. And if I don't, I'm going to be annoyed. No, we haven't. Fantastic. Let's move those over. Go into replays. Here we go. Round 1. of the winners bracket semi-finals between Hand Trap and Sub-Zan. Upstart Goblin to start things off with an Onomata pickup and Repairer at the same time, because why not, they are Repairer cards. Yes, I went there. As Onomata Repairer sadly gets denied, but Go 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 Code comes out, bringing out the Witch, bringing out the Buster, bringing out the Dweller, picking up, going into Exciton Knight. What a board to start with, as Abyss Dweller then pops the abilities right there. Re-Scorpio going in to deny and destroy the Exciton Knight as a big boy. As another pickup comes on out and another Para to back it up. Lovely. Going into the Sister, who ends up drawing into Revenge. Hoo-ha-ha. Xyz change tactics as we see Coat and Onomatopoeia. We then see Revenge going into Gargagar Magician. We then see Utopia double coming on out. Magician going to level 8. Pickup, then picking up right there. Double, activating an ability, going into Utopia. Going into that tactics right there. Going into Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Here comes Utopia, denies it, double or nothing. It's Octastretch. Ow, saving the day at the last minute. 3,300 and 2,000 though will still get through. Activated my Hand Trap. Takes out Sub-Zan in round 1. Youch. That's a round and a half, that was pretty damn good. Round number 2 of Sub-Zan versus Activated my Hand Trap. Let's have a look. Para coming out of there sends the other Para as we see Xyz change tactics for Para and the Coat. Bringing out another Para. Para bringing out the gloves. It's all happening. Ouroboros then coming out using the effect, getting rid of Re-Scorpio. Gloves coming back out again, then to Utopia. And Xyz tactics triggering yet again. Taking those 500 life points to draw more cards. But look at that field, it's nice. I like it. Re-Scorpio comes back out thanks to Monster Reborn. Goes into Heal Ogre. 2 triggers in graveyard, drawing 2 more cards. Goki Headback coming out as the special summon. Bringing out Thunder Ogre. Headback then triggering in order to do the thing. Thunder Ogre allowing the next normal summon, going into Power Load Ogre and going into all the crazy things again thanks to Triss Cobra and Goki Rematch. Targeting Utopia the Lightning, going down to 1250, whilst the Code Breakers come out yet again. Virus Berserker bringing out Zero Day and Swordsman once more, as we see another Power Load Ogre coming out, blowing up that field as we see a big swipe of life points taking down Hand Trap to 1,500. From here, Buster coming up, Utopia double being summoned out, followed by Utopia Beyond. Beyond is 6,000 big, there goes for Foolish Burial, and manages to take down one of the boys, but Call to the Grave denies anything else happening with another Utopia coming out. This then leaves a pretty clear field, which means the Gokis are going to reign supreme, going into Ogre, triggering their effects in order to get more Gokis out of that sweet deck. Headback activating himself again in order to be special summoned into Thunder Ogre. Thunder Ogre then allowing the next special normal summon into Claw. Claw's effect then draws into another Rematch. Rematch brings back Re-Scorpio and Bear Hug. A Bear Hug can also trigger at the same time as well, bringing out Swordsman, 0 Day, life point damage, and that is round 2. And my commentary is understandable, by the way. I think I'm doing alright. I think commentary ain't that bad. I'm getting there. I'm gonna need a drink. I'm definitely gonna need a drink. But I'm getting there. I think that's good. Sub-Zan vs Hand Trap round 3. 3 turns. Let's see how this turned out. Starting off, we have Sub-Zan with the Upstart Goblin setting there with a Goki Headband. Not looking too great off the start, but Dododo Witch and an Effect Veiler. But oh no, double Effect Veiler onto the Dododo Witch as called by the Grave. Gets the triggers as well, but then here comes Headback getting in Suplex right into the hand. And now the Suplex is there. Why not Monster Reborn? Bring back some Headback. Get a Suplex out. Goes into Heal Ogre again. Gets the triggers. Here comes Triss Cobra. Here comes another Headback. There is a double summon. Right there and then ready to go. Fantabby Dozy. Thunder Ogre bringing out Re-Scorpio. Bringing out Power Load Ogre. More triggers. More Rematch. More Gokis. More Fun Times. More Virus Swordsman. More 0 Day. more, as we just keep seeing it over and over. But here is the main tactic coming into play again, 2-4,000 beaters, and that is going to be a very swift game. Very nice by Subzan, taking out Hand Trap. Subzan moving forward to the finals. Fantastic work. Fantastic work indeed. So Subzan defeated Hand Trap, will then go into the finals, but who will join him in the finals? Well, we've got to have a look at the shadow bracket. That is what's happening next. Let me just get things in order for us. Wow. It's shadow time. It's fine. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take the fine. Fine is good. Fine is good. So I'm going to see what replays I have here, because some I seem to be missing again. And I don't know why, but some I'm missing. Okay, so in round 1 of the shadow bracket, we start off with Delia versus exactly 47 Grubs. Hate to see if there are any more or any less. Delia versus Grubs. I don't have that. I don't actually have Delia versus Grubs. That's bad. I can only hope my matches were barely glanced over. Cross fingers. Yeah, I don't have... That's weird. I don't have... I don't have Delia versus Grubs. That is so weird. I don't know what's happened with that one. So weird. Okay, that's strange. Don't have that one. Adam versus Foxboy didn't happen because Adam wasn't supposed to be there, so Foxboy goes through to Shadow Bracket round 2. Rosa versus Massive Hair, but guess what? Massive Hair was not there. I like a rhyme there. As Rosa moves forward to second round also. It was then Yuki versus Kenshin, but guess what? Kenshin wasn't there either, so the entire first round was a null and void. That's why I don't have any of the replays for round 1. Typical. Let's have a look and see if I have any for round 2, right? Brawler versus Grubs. Do I have Brawler versus Grubs? I do not. For some reason I do not have Brawler versus Grubs. I am upset by this. I am very upset by this. I do not have Brawler versus Grubs. What is happening with my replays? But I'll tell you what I do have. I have Ligro versus Foxboy. We have our next matches to look forward to. But what I'm going to do quickly, ladies and gentlemen, as you can probably tell from my voice, I'm going to need a drink. So I'm going to be right back, and when I'm back, we're going to continue with the Shadow Bracket. Back in a second. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with some more recap of the Gimmick Card Tournament, the first of its kind here on stream. Delia, if you do have your matches, can you do me a favor? You can, if you bring up a PM, like a personal message, you can send them to me via a PM on Discord and just drag and drop the files into that private message, and then I'll be able to download them from there. And then I have your matches and we can totally see them on stream. And we can do it that way. Because that'll be handy. Yeah, I don't think Grubs ended up sending them, but that's not a problem. We'll sort it. Anyway, rematch of round 2. It is Fox versus Ligro. Let's see how this goes for us. Interesting first turn as we have the trigger of Asymmetrophis coming out with Ragnarok, banishing some more, and the game begins with quite a hefty banish pile. Switching out Asymmetrophis, making its effect be known as well as Observatory hits, Preparation of Rice hits, Hamburger Recipe into the burger, and Tefnuit in order to bring out Laudite Dragon. And there is Ultimire Zolkin. Zolkin then triggering, bringing out Crystal Wing. Bamboo Sword attaching itself, but then Golden Sword then comes out in order to get the double malicious. 1500 strikes at Ligro as we go forward into the next match. As we see Raiden coming out, more banishment, but Crystal Wing denies the Raiden, denies the Felis. Oh no! I've seen more cards being milled into the graveyard, and we have Manifest Dimension being triggered. Convocation, bringing out Esset. And there's Crystal Wing, there's Esset right there, and they're ready to go. More action waiting to happen, more banishments in order to go into each of the minions. Each of the minions trying to get his effect off, but Crystal Wing says, no! What are you doing? Of course that effect was going to be negated. Zolkin bringing out Diabolic Dragons, the Beals himself. As we see another Labradite going into Photon Strike Bouncer, a classic card. I have not seen that boy in ages. And that is a solid win for Fox. Very good. Very good indeed right there. Redeem suggesting a game. I can't believe I just thought of this, but given the graffiti motif of the channel, Jet Set Radio, that is actually a worthwhile suggestion. A very worthwhile suggestion. So Delir, in your game files you have a replay folder, and then in your replay folder is where those replays will be. If you've renamed them, you can find them properly. If you haven't renamed them, I would suggest playing them to see which ones are which, and then sending them out. Anyway, round 2, Fox versus Ligro, let's go. And as you see here, Pot of Desires gets triggered, banish 10, but another one, Card of Destruction, does indeed destroy, but the bamboo does trigger over there. Manifest Factor then comes out with Liva Lightsworn Summoner, bringing out another Lila, but it's the Twilight Swarm variant this time round. 13 in Grave, 10 in Banish, could be better, could be worse, but here's some tributes happening right here, right now. Zolkin, a face down, a Crystal Wing, a Hamburger? What's happening exactly? But Llewellyn says no as the Hamburger comes out ready to play. There goes Malicious. Straight into Strike Bouncer, doing that 1747, and oh my lordy already. It's not looking great. As we see Jane, Bouncer denying the Jane, taking 1,000, and that will do. Fox with a tremendous win, moving forward in the shadow bracket. Well done. I'll just bring up my folders and we'll sort out the next one. As we had Frog the Jam versus Rosa. Let's see what happened to your matches, because you should be here. Aha! I've got those ones. Frog the Jam versus Rosa being next. You plays. Hey Souls, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm cheering on Rosa, so am I. Now this is the thing. Rosa vs Frog the Jam was a legendary match to watch live. The thing that I loved also was this match is the reason why Rosa... You're fine, that's fantastic. This match is the reason why Rosa ended up getting our first ever MVP, or should I say the actual title, which is the People's Gimmick. Our first ever People's Gimmick, because Rosa just won me over in this match, more so with the commentary than anything else. But let's go, round 1. Rosa versus Frog the Jam, Amazonas versus the Performer Pals. Let's see how this goes as the Amazoness comes out. Princess brings out the tiger. Activation of Princess draws a card. There gets Village set up, ready to go. As we see Masquerena IP set and ready to go also. There goes Willpower. There goes Princess. There goes Tiger. There goes everything as we see more card draws. Okay, we get that as well. And Muffalion. There's Sky Iris to get rid of Muffalion in order to draw another card. Sorcerer into Pendulum Dragon, triggering both of those to get out Muffalion. Muffalion being buffed, but IP bringing out the Unicorn, denying the Muffalion as Odd Eyes Dragon goes away to get a Unicorn in hand. Spy then comes out, bringing out Tiger yet again, giving us access code Talker, and when you see that beast, you know it's all over. At least it's going to be in just a minute as we see another 1400, but now Amazon's Queen is out to deny any destruction of any Amazon cards. There's Silent Swordsman, and the Silent Swordsman is going to stay silent, deny the Unicorn. Sky Iris then gets rid of the Dissolver. There's Pendulum Dragon as Odd Eyes comes out. Oracle Mana comes out. Smile World gets triggered. Damage being dealt. The Silent Warrior then goes into level 7. Then we see Onslaught, Queen triggering, everything triggering as well. It does not look good for Rosa as Access Code Talker comes on in, destroys. Arc Dragon gets negated, 5300 to the face, and Frog wins turn 1. Ouch. I'm doing good, Soul. I'm doing very good. It's finally good to go over the tournament, to go over how things went. So I'm really, really happy with that. But this is also why I've bought myself a drink, because my voice is going like crazy. This is basically Yuda versus Mai, in a way. In a way? But yeah, whatever. So that was round 1. Let's check on round 2. Frog versus Rosa round 2. It gets even more emotional from here. Amazon's Call. Activation of Spy to bring the Spy out. Bring out the Princess. There comes the Tiger. As we all work together to bring out the fun times, that is Isolde. Isolde then coming out, drawing more cards, setting free back rows because we're having some fun over here. Of course we are. Pendulum Call. Summoning more cards. There's Ballad. There's Black Fang. Using their skills both together to bring out a few of the boys. Cards being triggered, but tuning Harmonizing Magician not being able to trigger the effect, as we do see Smile Sorcerer coming out to bring out those smiley faces. Power of the Guardians, then being denied. Isolde, Smile World, Smile Sorcerer, tons of smiles all the smiling time. But look at all the ballads happening now. 2300 to the face of Frog the Jam, bringing out Amazoness Queen, Amazoness Willpower now coming out to bring out the Princess, which can only mean one thing, Amazoness Call that is. Then going into Metal Foes Fusion, Amazoness Call is then going to add to hand another Princess. There comes the Phoenix, getting rid of the power, but Chalice denies the Phoenix! Metal Foes Fusion, drawing into Ash Blossom, as we see Tiger coming back out with the Princess, going into Unicorn yet again. He cannot deny this one, as Unicorn succeeds. There's Access Code Talker yet again. 5300 to the face, followed by 24. 300 life points left standing. Is Rosa going to make it with just an Odd Eyes Unicorn? Why the normal summon? We don't know. And with that, Rosa sadly misplayed. And this will not go down well. But Dissolver does a thing. There's Gatling Gore, but we didn't want Gatling Gore, did we? Oh, the damage! But it's just not enough. That's a Princess. Brings back the Tiger. We know what we're doing by now. There's the Village. And it's now the beginning of Frog's turn, which can only mean one thing. Cerberus getting rid of the Ghoul and getting rid of those life points. Rosa, the hero we could have had, sadly gone. Also, when going through my matches, were draws, just bad. No, I think it comes out as draws when you watch the replay. The replays display themselves a bit differently than the others. So, sorry to hear that, Souls. You have a voice for this for sure, thank you. So basically, Soul, these are replays of matches we had for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament that I ran. So we're just going over the matches to go into detail as to how the matches went, who faced who, and the fun that went down from there. Well, no, was my card luck good? Oh no, not for card luck. Anything but that. Oh, Delia, thank you very much. You've supplied me your matches. Let me get these in my folder quick. Bear with me, guys. If I get these in my replay folder, then we're going to be good to go at the ready. Replay number 1. Replay number 2. Replay number 3, please. Thank you very much. Right, with that being done, we can now actually see Delia's match. Let's go for it. It definitely wasn't. I thought this was the game. No. Well, this is how we play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, but we can also use it to watch matches as well. So that also works. Let's look at the replay. Delia versus Grubs round 1. Let's go. Delia, brand new player coming into the mix, running with the ultimate gimmick, Gimmick Puppets. Ooh, I do hear you cry. Setting up an alright field, as we see Valkyrie Verte right out there being able to bring out Sesht. Sesht then bringing out Urda, Urda taking out Chimera Doll. As the Valkyries are running supreme. Valkyrie's effect then triggering, getting rid of some of Delia's precious cards. As Delia then goes into danger, Thunderbird! But the Icos Flame, Logi's Flame, triggers denying some crazy bits. There comes Rise of the Valkyries as even more of the Valks come out. There's Brunhilde coming out, taking out Danger, taking out the Gimmick Puppet. There's 500, but there's gonna be even more where that came from next turn unless Delia has something ace to pull, which he can't, and that is turn 1 to Grubs. Youch. Round 1 to the Grubs indeed. Valkyries was nice though, dude. Valkyries was nice. I thought you had to have lightning speed in this game. Oh no. No. You really don't, Souls. You really don't. The thing is, we're doing replays this Thursday, because I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Every Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll be running the deck of the winner of the tournament. So if you're about next Thursday and you want to watch that, you'll be actually able to see me play Yu-Gi-Oh! At the pace that it's supposed to be played. Bearing in mind I'm probably going to make a few fails along the way, but that's part of the game. At least for me, that's part of the game. Round 2, Delia versus Grubs, let's go. Cuts out a lot of waiting, oh heck yeah it does. As we see the triple baby, the baby. It's happening again. As we see Biscudoll then coming out in defense position and half decent start of the turn. Banish 6, bring out more Valkyries. There's Verte, takes 100, but Verte then brings out Sesht. And you know what that means? We bring out Urda. And Sesht will then do a thing to get rid of some top cards off Delia's deck. Trade-in then triggers. There comes Humpty Dumpty, bringing out the Magnet Doll and some other fun times as well. Bringing out the Gigantes Doll, doing some other things with Coldescent Puppet. But guess what's happening? It's Gimmick Puppet Leo, who now has a thing on him. Oh no! But there's the denial of Santa Claus. What is this? The use of Santa Claus. Oh my lord! And look at all the special summons from all across the field. Valkyries, Santa Claus, Humpty Dumpty, and we're seeing all the fantasy characters right here, right now, in this game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is just crazy. Delia, top decking, into a fat wad of nothing. As Delia sadly loses. The third game is for fun, but let's just see what happened. Third game going in for the fun times. As we see Valkyries starting off this time round, as we see Rise of it. The whole family of Valkyries to start things off. An entire board of girls ready for some fun. As that is all over. Turn 1 pretty much apart from 200 life points to spare. Even with Logi's Flame as well, it's just not enough. What a win. What a bout. Grubs moves forward. Delia is out. Fun times, eh? Very fun times. Good games, though. Good games, good fun. Okay, let's move forward in the shadow bracket, shall we? Shall we? So that was that one. We did Frog for Jam versus Rosa. Do I have Kale versus Yuki's matches? That's a question. Kale versus Yuki. I do not have Kale versus Yuki. That's an upset. But effectively... No! Kale had to drop out. I apologize. Kale had to drop out due to family issues. I remember this now. About, was there anything I could have done? Not really. In fairness. I know I messed up once in the second match, but that would have been cancelled by the clause anyway. Yeah, Santa Claus was a crazy crazy choice I wasn't expecting, but hey ho! That's for fun, and I like that. I like fun. Don't you? I like fun. Let's all have fun, please. But... moving on, we don't have Kale versus Yuki because Kale sadly had to drop out. Yuki moves forward to Shadow Bracket round 3, where we have more matches. We have Brawler versus Saint to start things off. Let's get those matches over. Let's give them a watch, shall we? Saint versus Brawler, let's have a gander and see what crazy stuff goes down. Fun is the worst? Really? How bad is fun? How bad is it? Some more card draw happening, starting off with Fossil Diner and a Moon Mirror Shield on the side of Saint. Card destruction, how about Armor Core? As card destruction triggers in, getting rid of a bunch of cards. And there's the Unizombie triggering, the White Prince, all the fun stuff occurring right there. Another White Prince, more milling. I see the Lady in White. Lady in White. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. As you see another Moon Mirror Shield coming out, that will take out the Unizombie. 100 damage and another 1200 to the face of Brawler. Brawler then coming out with it. Surrenders? Oh no. If I remember correctly, I think this was a disconnect on Brawler's side, so that counted as a loss on Brawler's end. Could have been wrong. I knew there was an occurrence of a DC occurring for a match, so that might have been the case. Either way, that was round 1. What happens in round 2? Let's find out. Saint starting off with that delicious pot of duality. Don't take it out of context. It's duality right here. And another surrender. Oh no. So that is that. I have a strange feeling that this was when Brawler was having connection issues and he sadly dropped out. I have a strange feeling that's what occurred, but I cannot remember off the top of my head. Either way, Saint moves forward through to the next round of the Shadow Bracket. Well done. Next, from what I have on here, Ferret versus Foxboy. Ooh. Ferret versus Fox. I think this was a 3-rounder, wasn't it? Yep, it was indeed. Okay, let's have a look at this bad boy. This is going to be an interesting one. Round 1, Ferret versus Fox in Shadow Bracket round 3. Let's see how this goes. Double summon to start it off, setting down 2 Gradles. As Fox, reinforcement of the army, going to get that Armageddon Knight. Preparation, double burger, pre-prep, hamburger recipe, gets rid of a few things, does the hamburger, gets the Armageddon Knight, sends out the Malicious to get a Malicious to get out the sheep. Monster Reborn, the sheep! And then Malicious comes back out as well in order to go into Saryuja Skull Dread and Esset. Triggering Skull Dread, Esset becomes a really big thick boy, but guess who steals Skull Dread? Oh no, the Gradles. Then Eagle flips face up, Swap Frog triggers out onto the field to get Ronin Toadin out in there into the graveyard right there. Swap Frog then gets another Frog in there to get out Ronin Toadin and Totally Awesome. Saryuja then triggers Totally Awesome, becomes a very thick boy. 1500, 28, Big Boy Bash to those life points, not Big Ben Bash. And that is the end of that, drawing into a second Golden Bamboo Sword. Ouch, I do say. Don't think Brawler could do anything either way, so that may have just been the actual surrenders. Fair point. I knew that there was one match that involved disconnecting, and I have a strange feeling it involved Brawler. If not, then yeah, genuine disconnects. It's fine. Round 2! Fight! How does round 2 face out, as we have a face down alligator to kick things off? Pre-prep into the burger. Reinforcement of the army. Upstart Goblin. Hieratic Serial Convocation into the Tefnuit and the Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight. Getting rid of Malicious. There he is. Right there and there. But the hamburger recipe gets rid of Tefnuit. Tefnuit triggers to get out that dragon. To get out Zolkin, who gets out Crystal Wing. Oh my lord. But Crystal Wing denies the alligator. As I burp and we keep on inflicting more damage. I apologise for the burp right there. Ferret's turn as receive a supply squad. Receive a Gradle Jr. bringing back out the alligator. And there's the snake going into the white orb whale, but guess who denies it? That's right, Crystal Wing. Orb whale still gets the trigger though. Coming back out onto the field. Getting rid of the Armageddon Knight and the burger. Ooh, how rude is that? Very, very rude. Zolkin then is able to trigger, but there goes the split. Void Ogre is then out onto the field ready to go. The bamboo swords triggering for some extra card draw. There's the hamburger recipe. There's another sword. There's the prep. There's a pre-prep there as well, which I knew was going to be triggered. Can we see another burger? Yes, we do. There he is, going into Ptolemy M7. I haven't seen him in ages either. Essid, no bank, no, nothing in hand, so Void Ogre would deny anything anyway. That was a solid turn. Look at that beautiful board. Wow. Round 2. Beautiful. Sorry for being an ignorant person here. I just hit 1k channel points and got a pop-up. I don't know what it is. Something about wanting a 1 in Ring Warriors. Yes. So don't worry. You kind of spent your points. But yeah, that's for tomorrow when I do Ring Warriors sessions. Ring Warriors is a tabletop role-playing game that I'm currently developing myself. And I let the audience have a chance to roll 1s for enemies, roll perfect hits for allies. I'm going to add more in as well to make it more interesting also. So keep an eye out on that. Either way, last round of Fox versus Ferret. Coming up, 1 apiece. Who's going to take home the bacon? Double set on the side of Ferret, as with Foxboy, we see the Tefnuit into Sue. Tefnuit triggers, but guess who gets denied? It's Teffy. And the Sue's gonna just sit there and say, I'll sue ya, I'll take all your money, I'll sue ya, even if you look at me funny. Receive a split, receive a Cobra, Cobra gets gone, and then we'll trigger to steal the Sue. We see more crazy stuff happening as we see Scarlight, Red Dragon, Archfiend, some more plays, some more summons, some more Gradles, and some more Cobras bringing out Gradle Dragon. 3,000, 3,000, even going for the cheeky no attack swipe. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it's so cheeky, isn't it? Ever so cheeky. The extra 500 boost for the win. Ferret beating Fox in a really fun series of matches. Well done. Ferret moving forward. Fox sadly being knocked out of the tourney there. I've heard you talk about it, yeah. Can we make the players ones? In what way? Roll ones? Can we make the players roll ones? In Ring Warriors, not yet. I'm going to be adding extra things you can do with points in Ring Warriors, so keep an eye on that. Definitely make the players roll ones, that seems kind of cheap. It is kind of cheap. I don't want the chat to screw over the players. I want the chat to screw over me, help the players, if anything. But at least you did things. Exactly, Craig. You did do things. Right, next match in the list, we have Cowley versus Frog the Jam. Let's just have a look at my bits and bobs. Cowley versus Frog the Jam. This was Shadow 3, wasn't it? Yep, here we are. We got him. Fantastic. Okay, Frog versus Cowley. Round 1. Fight! Cowley's got a full-on back row of cards here, even for Gift of Greed. But what does it do? What does it do? You have to agree to draw 2, but there's side effects, and there's Onikuji. Ooh! 6,000 life point gain though for the side of Cowley, as we see reinforced with the army triggering. Onikuji, wow, that was a bit of a play and a half and a bit of a gamble. But hey ho, let's see how this goes off as the Amazonist triggers left, right and centre. Grand Horn of Heaven! Taking them out, going into Tiger, there's another Ib, there's an upstart Goblin, and this is where the battle just keeps getting mad. All this burial of goods as well, going into Metal Foes Fusion. More card draw, setting all the back row, so that he doesn't have to discard anything nuts. Onikuji being activated yet again, activating trap cards. Oof, that's going to be an interesting one. Getting Tiger, getting Princess, getting enraged and running out of voice in order to commentate anything. I better start drinking, but I'm running out of drink as well. Metal Foes Fusion, drawing out into bits. There's Village, there's Call, there's card draw, and there's some extra plays, being into Nightmare Phoenix, who gets denied by a Grand Horn of Heaven. Oof. Princess then bringing out the Queen, which brings out the Tiger as well. Ib going in for the 800, 3100, 1400. With some Spy added into the mix as well, and an added 1300 just to mix it up. Isolde then comes out, getting out another Warrior being the Spy, as we see another Princess coming out also. Onikuji still targeting trap cards, still having a look at it, as we see Ib going into Access Code Talker, and well, that's given up. Ow, my voice. If I still have a voice after this, I'm going to be surprised. Is this fan-made game? Forever Blue, this is technically yes. This is EDO Pro or Project Ignis that's been made by the fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! You can support the game and download it directly through the game's own Discord. Please search for that, join the Discord on their end, and all that jazz. It's still really good. Just straight up made it. I was in the middle of making it. Still beta stuff, more added like Giants and JoJo's. Oh, I thought you were talking about Ring Warriors, my bad. Nah, no worries. I wasn't, but it's okay today. Thanks for the breakdown. Right, Frog vs. Cowley, round dos. Sorry, did not mean to pop up a swear there, but there you go. Trickstar Candina, Pot of Duality, and I see Inferno Tempest. Oh no! As here we go into the fun zone. As recall then happens, youch. But there comes the Spy. There goes the Tiger. There's the Silent Swordsman, the Slash coming in, but Candina taking some precious damage while we're at it. Reincarnation to bring back the Candina. Greed then triggering 3,500 damage. Youch. That's pretty nuts with Greed. And a second Greed then comes out of the field ready to go. Silent Swordsman up to 3,500. And that's only the level 4 version. Ouchies. Princess then getting out the Spy, which gets out the Tiger. Swordsman swiping for 35. There's Inferno Tempest, which gets denied by the Silent Swordsman. And there comes IP, and I think we all know where this is going to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a nutso one, most definitely, as we see more card effects popping off. Ip going into Phoenix. Phoenix denying the face down, which just happens to be a Grand Horn of Heaven, which cannot trigger in time. The Silent Swordsman now at 4,500, and that will do it for game. Well done, Frog the Jam, moving forward in the tournament. Very good. Oh, excuse me again. It's because I was drinking so much. Ooh. But then we have Crystal Wing versus Yuki for our next round 3 match. And I remember having these, which I do. Fantabby-dozy. Here we go, nice and simple. See what chat's saying. How many we got left? Let me see. We're in Shadow round 3. We're actually not that far off. We don't have a lot left. A few thousand games. Not many. Yeah, I know, right? My voice is going to die. I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to die. But Crystal Wing versus Yuki. As we start off, Pot of Desires, the Banish, the Crows, the Linkaribos, even the set of Cosmic Cyclone. Because why not? Who cares about the 2,000 life points? There's Cyclone, there's 1,000. That gets rid of Heroes Rule 2. Oof. That's a good move. DD Crow, over level 1's going into Nightingale, who gets buffed by Power of the Guardians and Psychic Blade. Are we going to see the end already? There's 31. We know what's going to happen. There's 36. One more try. That is 41. Crystal Wing with a good game. Then we've got number 2 with Crystal Wing versus Yuki. I think we know how this is going to go, but let's just see anyway. As we start off with Neos Alias, or Neos Alias I should say, Elemental Recharge triggering in the back as they go into those level 1s, and Power of the Guardians yet again. 600 will turn into 1100. 1100 will turn into 1600. 1600 will turn into 2100. Does Yuki have anything left in the tank to bring this out? We have Wink Rebo and a mask change. Lower loss drawing out. There is Koga drawing it down to 0, but guess what? Oh, not destroyed by battle, because that's just how the lower loss goes. There's Evil Fawn for a cheeky 300 damage, bringing out the other Fawns while we're at it. There is the Recital Starling, ready to protect everyone else on the field and bring out more of our beloved songbirds. Sparrow and Swallow coming out again in order to get out the Great Fly, buffing everyone out, and that is 4000 damage per game. Youch. Very well done, but a very strong game there by Crystal Wing, bringing him forward into the next round, which we are ready to go into. It is round 4 of the Shadow Bracket. Round 4 of the Shadow Bracket, involving our first one being Saint versus Ferret. Ooh! See how this one goes. Okay, Saint versus Ferret to start us off. Let's see. Can actually get this up and running. Here we go. Saint versus Ferret round 1. Let's do it. Barrier Statues versus Gradles. Dimension Shifters to start it all off. There's Fossil Diner, the 2 back rows, and the double Solemns. That's going to cause some problems right there. Gradle Impact with Watchcat in face down set. Maybe that wasn't meant to happen. Maybe it was. Youch. Maybe a bit of a misplay, but there's Watchcat. There's Alligator, who gets denied by the Solemn Judgment. But at least with Impact, you're able to draw a card. That's one thing at least. We have all the barrier statues out. We have Diner, we have Drought, we have Torrent. We have it all. Come on down. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Cobra then coming out, triggering the effect of Impact, smashing them down. Mage Power coming into play, buffing up Fossil Diner to 22. They're getting very close to the end. But is this going to be the end? There's only one way to find out. There's the Eagle. He's killing himself, but there's the Solemn Strike denying the Eagle effect. And even with a Gradle Impact, it's just not going to be enough. As Saint, Battle Phase 22 for the win. Very well done. And let's jump straight into round 2, Saint versus Ferret. Let's see how this one goes. Upstart Goblin, give him the 1000, get him the draw. As we go into Gradle Impact once again, getting that card draw, juicy. Saint starting off with Drought and 5 back row. Youch. As we see Supplied Squad, we see the Cobra. There becomes the Heavy Storm Duster and the Macro Cosmos. Bye-bye Jojo and bye-bye Card Games as they get ready to be banished. Armory Call then comes out for Mage Power to turn Torrent into an... changing Drought into an absolute unit. There's Fossil Diner as well, adding in some extra damage into the mix. 53 versus 9000, this is not looking good. Triple back row. Is this all we can muster? 35 on Drought, we got 1 turn left. What is it? It's Gradle Powersight. And with that Galaxy Cyclone, that is going to be the game. With Pot of Desires, a Moon Mirror Shield, a Battle Phase of 35. Ouch. But that is how you do it. And Saint moves forward in the Shadow Bracket. Congratulations. With that happening, we then have Frog the Jam versus Crystal Wing. This should be fun. This should definitely be fun. I remember this one being fun. definitely remember this one being fun. But let's have a look. No, that's my deck. It was going to happen. I thought we were going to do well. Starting off with number 1, Crystal Wing versus Frog the Jam. Amazon is cool, adding 1 to hand. Princess, well, you know what that means. It's the cute little tiger. As we draw more cards and go straight into the IP, which allows for summoning a fantastical dragon Phantasme, ready to be fantastic, which I like. We then have Tiger, which brings out another tiger. Cute tigers galore? Yes please. But guess who's also cute? The Lurlusks, and here they come. 3 of them, but one of them gets Ash Blossomed. Ouch, but where Art Thou draws into another one, being just a confit. There they go into Nightingale, 2000 for Psychic Blade, but Ip goes into the Phoenix. Phoenix triggers for Blade, only 800, 800, 800, 800, 2400 and the extra 5. Not that bad, but it's still anyone's game. Amazon Queen comes out. We know the Nightingale was not going to go down, but Queen denies that guy. Phantasme is out of the way. As we now see Power of the Guardians, it's gonna buff up that Lurlusk. 1100, 1600, one more, 2100 against Frog. Frog the Jam down, Crystal Wing up. But let's see how round number 2 does it. I've seen an awful lack of nibble in the previous games. This will solve it. I know, right? I'm seeing a lot of nibble. No, well, a lot of lack of nibble. How can you lack nibble? Nibble deserves to be played in every deck ever, surely. But there's Spy, which only means Tiger. Lovely stuff. Going into Ferocious Flame Swordsman. Very angry, very ferocious, very flame on. Oof. Bringing back out the Spy, going into the IP. As we switch over to Crystal Wing. There's the Desires, mill those 10, get those card draws. But here comes the onslaught, as we see Princess and the Tiger coming out to do some battling yet again, and the Call in hand? Ooh, that's pretty good. As Amazon is cool again gets triggered, adding in, it's Nibble! Everyone's favourite card, at least it should be. As we see Princess getting a trigger, getting out the Tiger, getting out some more people. There's Access Code Talker, becoming the big boy, getting rid of all the cards on the field. 4300 to the face. Is Nibble going to come out? There's only one way to find out, and that's to wait and see. As we see the damage from Evil Fawn. Going into the Nightingale, there's the Psychic Blade. Power of the Guardians. Nibble trigger. Oof! There comes Nibble with the 3000 attack. Sweeping in there. Infinite Impermanence, stopping Princess from having any effects, which is terror bad. But we have had our nibble, our first nibble of the tournament, and I think our only nibble of the tournament as well. I could have been wrong. But that is a loss there to Crystal. Frog the Jam wins round 2. But what happens in round 3, I wonder? Whoa. Pot Greed in every deck. No. No. Don't even start with Pot Greed. I don't even know what it does. Anyway. We have another Nibble in hand. Another Silent Swordsman. Are we going to see Nibble round 2? I hope so. I desperately hope so. As the Tiger hits for 500. So adorable. So cute. Cosmic Cyclone then comes out to hit the Call of the Grave. As Tiger's effects are negated. Double Evil Fawn then comes out into Recital Starling. Attack and defense matching the opponent as we see the Lurlusks coming out for some more fun. There you go, there's Assembled Nightingale, there's the Psychic Blade which gets denied. Incoming Nibble! Ooh, there's a Nibble play if I've ever seen one. And with a reinforcement of the army to back him up. Oh, this can only mean more Princess and Tiger. As we know, the formidable duo that's capable of doing a lot. Usa the Earth Charmer then also comes out as well. He's immovable, apparently. Would you agree? I would. I definitely would. Nibble making some plays against Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing only on 800 life points left. Silent Swordsman is out. Ready to pout. 1500. Is he going to deny it? Of course he is. But then here comes everything else. Impermanence. Stops the Warbler. But it's absolutely fine because there's a Recital Starling. But oh no. Denies the Starling. There's the Crow. There's everything else. It's going crazy. And there's Call by the Grave denying the effects as we get more Tigers, more cards in hand. Crystal Wing sadly backing down as Frog for Jam moves forward. Way to go. Really, really good game. Really, really good game. Wow. Super, super good. Now with that being done, we move on to Saint versus Noobs in the semi-final of the Shadow Bracket. Let's get that. Let's have a look. No, I'm missing matches. I do apologise, I am missing a couple of matches. Before we actually have the semi-finals, we have Shadow Bracket Round 5. And we have, if I get this sorted, Frog versus Noobs to start us all off. Let's have a look. I definitely wasn't destroyed. Very good. Very, very good indeed, Frog. We see more card drawn, more plays coming on here as the Amazon Spike comes out. The Princess, you know what that means. There's a Tiger. Call by the Grave getting rid of the Ash Blossom. Gets denied. Oh no! As for the battle phase, there goes Tiger for the Queen. Then there goes for the IP. Or IP is more specific, I should say. Princess and the Tiger, moving on up. Bringing out the Ash Blossom into hand as we see the Junks coming out ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Unicorn coming out to deny the Junk Synchron. But that's absolutely fine because Doppelganger and the Fleur Synchron are just going to come out and rock it. Effect Veiler helping bringing out Celestial Double Star Shaman. Bringing out Marcher, getting more Effect Veiler. Into TG Hyper Librarian, the Sorvis in hand. Axel Synchron coming out as well. A couple more Doppels. All the card effects going off at once. All the card draws, all the monsters. Satellite Warrior coming in to wipe the field clean, which is absolutely nuts. And the battle phase gets rid of them, gets rid of the life points, at least down to 1300 for Frog. Wow, what a turn! And Frog surrenders. Youch! What a turn indeed. And this looks like an OTK waiting to happen. Let's have a look. Reinforce of the army gets the Princess. That can only mean one thing. Incoming Tiger! Amazon is cool, adding to hand. Setting the back row, setting up the IP, and how is this gonna go? Onslaught, Willpower. Call by the Grave says no to the Princess. Oh no! Lightning Storm destroys the back row. Onslaught gets wrecked, but there's a Tiger at least. But then Frog realizes, crap, I can't do a lot. And that's it. That is it. Noobs wins. Frog is out. Noob moves forward. Well freaking done. My good sir. Now I just need to check something. When it wants to work. If it's not going to work for me, I'm going to find it manually. There it is. There it is. Because there's a match that I have that needs to be played as well. And it's Subzan versus Noagan, I believe. No? No, we've done that match, haven't we? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, I do apologise. No. I'm in the wrong on that one. Because what happened there was, we had Frog the Jam versus Noobs. It was supposed to be Saint versus Noagan. But of course, Noagan dropped out. So Saint went straight forward into the semi-finals in the Shadow Bracket to go toe-to-toe against Saint. We're finally getting close to finishing off these replays. But let's go. The first one, Noobs vs Saint. As we have the Banishment, Dimension Shifter, the triple back row. Saint versus Saint, it's gonna happen. At some point it's gonna happen. Before the Tiger ban, I played them with Lunar Light. Oh, I can see that. I can see that working. I can definitely see that working. But there's Torrent, there's Mage Power. Torrent going up to 3,000. There's a 3,000 beat stick to the face of Noobs. But Noobs loses connection. This is the one I'm thinking of. This was the one. Noobs lost connection, which means the Saint does get a win for that round. Which means we're relying on round 2 to see if Noobs can make a comeback. Let's have a look. So we have Satellite Synchron and Call of the Grave. That doesn't seem like a good start. Because if Saint gets up the appropriate people, we can see a complete denial and shutdown. Allure of Darkness, draw 2, gets rid of Doppel. Reinforcement gets out Junk, but there's Judgment. Youch. Absolute punishment. Banish 6, draw 2, Moon Mirror Shield. Oh no. 1,200. 1,200, bringing him down to 56. Does Noobs have anything else he can bring out? Setting down the Steam Synchron. Mirror Shield takes him out. As we now have Torrent added into the mix. Card of Demise. There goes the Nibble that could have been used, but sadly is not going to be used in this game. Another Moon Mirror Shield in hand, but we don't need it. We've got Doppel destroyed. Another 1,000. Another 1,200. Please, please Noobs, have something you can do. Which he sadly can't, because this is another 12, another 1, and another game for Saint. Well done. That is how Saint moves on to the Shadow Bracket Finals, which is going to be a fun one. So the Shadow Bracket Finals was in fact a rematch, I believe. Oh no, the rematch was versus Noobs, right? No, am I reading it wrong? No, it is a rematch. Hand Trap versus Saint. Bizarre. I knew I got it right. I was right. Don't judge me. I got it right. I absolutely got it right. What are you talking about? So let's have a look at these. We're getting very close. Finally. I know, right? We're finally getting there. Dimension Shift as a start. Portal Duality as well. Get some cards out. There's Necro Valley ready to go with a Torrent and 2 back rows ready. Dark Bribe and Solemn Judgment. Upstart Goblin to start things off with Go-Go Magician that gets the denial. Youch, but we do have Double or Nothing or XC's Change Tactics. Not gonna help really that much. Mage Power buffing Torrent up to a 2,500 whack stick, as we also have Drought out on the field. With that being done, Glove just gonna have to be set as you take 1,000 of damage and the Card of Demise comes out, doing all the different things. Portal Duality into Dimensional Fissure. End of turn. Dimensional Shifter is gone. It's another set, this time for Dodo Witch. Another Pot of Extravagance. Banish those 6. Draw those 2 into double Armory Core. And that is a 4,000, almost for a win. And I don't think Hand Trap has anything else, sadly. No, that is game 1 for Saint. But the thing is, will the Saint go marching in? Well, there's only one way to find out. Buffing up with 1,000, there is Go-Go Sister, bringing out his brother Goat, not quite Magician, looking forward to that one. But Utopia Beyond, with XC's Change Tactics to help draw cards. Speaking of draw, there's Dodo Draw, because I want to do. Like a dodo. Ooh. Fossil Diner, Portal Duality. I see 2 nibbles, but none of them are being chosen because we have Moon Mirror Shield instead. Moon Mirror Shield takes out Utopia Beyond. Huzzah! As we draw into Dodo Gloves and a lot of back row. That's not really going to do a lot at this moment in time, is it? Another Moon Mirror Shield. Bang! Gets rid of the glove. 1200 to the face. Does Hand Trap have anything he can top deck into? Top decks into Numeron Force. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. As we see the pots coming out in full effect yet again, including Mage Power, buffing up Torrent to no end, a 6,000 Torrent statue smacking Hand Trap in the face for game. Well done. Thus, Saint wins the Shadow Bracket, allowing him to move up into the main bracket against Sub-Zan. But the trick is with Saint, he has to beat Sub-Zan with 2 matches first to reset the bracket. And then if he does, it is the grand final to see who the final winner is. But let's just see what happens, shall we? Oh. We have our final replays of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being so patient. Thank you for being understanding. If you want to at this point in time, and if you do enjoy this, and even considering joining the tournament next time, consider joining the Discord server that's in chat. Come on over, have a blast. I'm announcing the theme of the next tournament after this. It doesn't mean the tournament will go live straight away, that'll be later, but at least you can be one step ahead of the crowd. Hooray. So, let's get these replays underway for our grand final, Sub-Zan versus Saint, round 1. Let's have a look at these. I remember watching these live and that was quite interesting. Dimensional Shifter, just normal summoning out into Super X. Not a lot else can be done, but there's a Twin Twister ready to go. Duality, Necro Valley, Drought, and turning out the Mage Power, turning him into a 2500 beat stick, but there comes the Twin Twister, denying, getting rid of, and Drought is gone. But Solemn Strike and Macrocosmos still gonna ruin a few things, so you gotta be very careful. Super X brings out Re-Scorpio, 23, 18, 18, some very good attacks starting off, down to 1300 already. Pot of Desires, can he draw into anything good? No. Basically. First turn out, first round gone, Sub-Zan 1, Saint 0. But then round 2, 54 turns. Let's watch the pain, shall we? Because this was a match that caused a lot of pain for everyone involved, including the spectators. Solemn Judgment to deny the Re-Scorpio, as we have D. Fissure out on the field with a Fossil Diner and Drought, slowly whittling down the life points, as main phase 1 now has a Cosmic Cyclone targeting the D-Fizz. There's a Macrocosmos, so it's basically still a D-Fizz being out in the field. There's a Solemn Judgment as well, denying everything you can possibly want to do, and there's a Solemn Strike for a little bit later on. Relatively equal when it comes to life points, but how did this last for over 50 turns? Well, it's all thanks to Goki Guts. This defense position card cannot be destroyed by battle. And as a result, we are now going to see the longest match in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sped up by the love of replays. But this is where things just get funny. I'm just going to let this play out, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy the single longest match in the whole tournament. Ironically, I think this one round had more turns in it than every turn of the entire tournament combined, I believe. Either that or it would become very close. So this is all that can happen now. This is all that can happen. We're just drawing cards, deck thinning, going for those Twin Twisters. But the Solemn Judgment is constantly saying no. We're going to be here a while. It's going to be a lot of end phases, a lot of card draw, and a lot of denial. We're only on turn 18 out of 50 odd. There's another Moon Mirror Shield. Suplex's effect keeps thinning out the deck for those precious Twin Twisters, hoping that the Twin Twister can come out and the game can actually be played. Maybe, hopefully. But now we have double guts. Sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be here a while. Headbat's effect keeps drawing. Still no sign of those Twin Twisters. Anything back row deletable. It's just not happening. Twist Cobra's effect goes out for free. Keeps drawing cards. There's a double effect Veiler in hand. As even Saint's running out of card space for himself. This is just hilarious. Reinforcement of the army brings out Armory Call. There's not a lot that can be done at this moment in time. As you can see, 30 turns in and we're still going. 32 turns. It's now the turns of discarding cards in hand. Waiting, waiting and waiting. Because if Subzan does not pull the card he needs, he will deck out the game. But he needs his hand to have the right cards. If he can get the right cards in place, this may just be winnable. We're about 10 turns away to see what happens. Another denial of another pot of extravagance. As we are going deeper and deeper into these turns. 44 turns in. 45 turns in. Pot of extravagance to banish those last 3. Goes in a duality. Gets the other Fossil Diner. Flips up Fossil Diner. Merges it with Mage Power. And there is Twin Twister. Twin Twister is out, but look at that back row. The back row is not looking nice. Draws in a Monster Reborn. No more Goki targets in deck, sadly. Necro Valley coming out also. They think it's all over. It is now, with Dark Bribe. Denying it. There's the double summon. There's the upstart. One card left in Subzan's deck, and what is it? The other Twin Twister. But it's not enough. That'll go into the bottom of the deck. Effect of Guts. You can at least destroy one card. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the longest match you could have imagined. But the final fight, only 5 turns. So after all that, this is how it ended, with Subzan versus Saint. 1-for-1 getting out Guts, getting out Heal Ogre, triggering the effects, getting more Gokis into hand. There's Headbat into the special summon of Headbat, going into a Thunder Ogre. Thunder Ogre then normal summoning Super X, gets out the Power Load Ogre, gets out the rematch in order to bring out the 2 Boizos yet again. Guts then triggers. There's Virus Swordsman. There's Bear Hug. There's Zero Day going into Berserker, who will bring back Zero Day and Swordsman. Back into another Power Load Ogre. And what a turn that was. 3 huge monsters to kick things off. Imagine that for 60 cards. I don't want to, Frog. I really don't want to. But a 6,000 attack torrent may just cause problems. But there's a back row destruction. Twist Cobra then comes out. Twist and shout! Twist and shout! We see a Solemn Judgment out. We see Goki Rematch coming out there. Summon out the Gokis. More heal. Ooh, Solemn Judgment denies it, but we do see more card draw at the very least. Suplex, then adds Octastretch, goes into Link Rebo, effective Octastretch, draws the card. Goes into Virus Swordsman again. Headbat then attaches to Suplex, comes on out. There's Bowl Load Dragon, 2 more card draws to go, and this is game 4, Sub-Zan. Ladies and gentlemen, with that match being done, we have our first winner of our first ever Gimmick Card Tournament, Sub-Zan with his Gokis. 80 turn game, no way. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first ever Gimmick Card Tournament. Congratulations to Sub-Zan, our first ever winner of the Gimmick Card Tournament. Now, saying that, we do have another tournament lined up for next month. As I said, sign-ups are not happening yet, but if you want to be one step ahead of the crowd, listen closely, because you guys are going to be informed of the next big game. Or so I say, the next theme for Gimmick Card Battles. So, let me just bring it up. Here we are. So, all you need to know about the next theme is... Sorry, I was just getting everything together. Right, so I'm going to bring up my deck here. And I'm going to clear it because I'm going to explain what the next theme is. Because you see, the future Gimmick Card Tournaments are going to have themes behind them. The themes are going to make sure that your decks are catered to certain rule sets right off the bat. So you'll only be able to make decks involving these cards. There may be a ban list involved, but all that and more details will come out when I announce the sign-up date. This is just an announcement of what the next theme is, so that you can look back on it and know what's going to happen. The first ever card battle theme is Battle of the Beasts, where effectively, when you sign up for the tournament, you'll have to declare one animal out of a list of animals that I have, and you will have to build your deck around that animal. It's as simple as that. But what animals can I choose from? Well, I will show you. Animal number 1, dogs, represented by Mad Dog of Darkness. You can use dogs in your deck, and you must focus on using dogs in your deck at all times if you can. The second choice you have are their arch rivals, cats. If you don't like dogs, you can rock with cats instead. Get those cats out of a bag, make a deck around them, and bring out the cats. How about the sheep? The sheep are going to have their own tournament in the future. Ooh, we will have a sheep-only tournament in the future, because that's going to involve changing around the ban list a little bit. So look out for that in the future. But we have cats. We also have boids. Not you, but boids. Filthy stinking boids. Where you can make a deck around the birds. That'd be quite fun. Bear in mind. Oh, I don't know why it suddenly turned full screen, but it has. How do I get it off full screen? Oh, there you go. I don't know what happened there, that was weird. Either way, we are here and we are ready to rock. Couldn't birds just be black wings though? Well, that's the thing. If you're running birds, black wings, here's the thing. Black wings and raid raptors are banned. That's the trick with birds. You will not be allowed to use black wings or raid raptors in your bird deck. But yet again, this is bearing in mind, things will be refined, so don't you worry. At the moment, I'm just announcing the theme and what animal choices you have. Like specific details about cards, what's going to be allowed, what's banned, what's not banned, will be revealed later on. So keep that in mind. Absolutely keep that in mind. So we've got birds. Then we have snakes. Snakes. And yes, snakes will also include Phenomenon. But you can totally play in your snake deck. Prioritize your snakes, even the snake hair if you want to. But snakes! Oh yes, the snakes. Oh, it's a snake. Sadly, I can't put badges in, though. That's a shame. But we can have the best boys, penguins. You can run the penguin deck. Penguins are a viable option. If you wish to bring penguins into the highlight, you can do. It's going to be fantastic. Panda? Sadly, no. But I see your panda, and I'll raise you a koala. You can have your koala themed deck, and that's going to be fun enough as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, bear with me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that is your theme for the next tournament. So, if you want to be one step ahead of the game, you got to look at cards and see what deck you can construct. As, when you sign up for the tournament, you will be signing up saying that I am making either a dog deck, a cat deck, a bird deck, a snake deck, a penguin deck, or a koala deck. Master of Oz playable with Des Kangaroo? I'm allowing it. I'm perfectly allowing it. That's fine, as long as the majority of your cards are koalas in your main deck, I'll be absolutely fine. And this is the emphasis. One rule that will be a part of this tournament, just so you guys know. Dogs, cats, birds, snakes, penguins, and koalas, you have to have the majority of this animal in your main deck. Extra deck and side deck are completely free of choice, as long as they're catering to what the deck's all about. If you're running birds, or if things are banned, do not put them in your side deck, that's just wrong. But effectively, those are your choices, that's the theme. As I said, rules, sign up page and all that jazz will come out later on. Bugs are going to have their own dedicated tournament, Craig, so don't you and Courtney worry. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was the overlook of the Gimmick Card Tournament, the first one we ever have. Sign-ups for the second one will be coming soon, because August is literally right around the corner. Keep an eye out. Best way to know when the tournament is going live and any rule sets, etc. Come on over to the Discord server. Be prepared, get your decks ready, and I will be seeing you guys next time for when we kick some butt. I'll be back live streaming tomorrow with Ring Warriors. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Stay nice and plenty. Stay explosive. We'll be seeing you guys next time. Arrivederci. Bye-bye.